Hey everyone. So I was thinking I want to try something different today. And I play games, right? We this has been established. This whole channel is about video games and their ilk. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. But I was wondering this has to be games I haven't played before, right? Because there's a lot of games out there. I don't have time to sit here and play every single game. This is just a hobby I share on the internet for like 10 people to watch. Um so I decided to ask a couple people, I'm like, hey, how about you guys send me some game titles, some game box arts, and I'll see just based off the box art what this game is about. And I'll be completely, I don't, this isn't me like, oh, I have any knowledge. I have no knowledge of these games I have to talk about. Just looking at their names. So without further ado, let's start with this one. Orphan, Scion of Sorcery from Activision, rated T for teens, for PS2. Alright, so it's Activision, so right off the bat, you know the camera's gonna be shit. So, but the game, it's about, this guy, I'm guessing in front, he's Orphan, so, because he's the guy in front, and he's trying to stop the blue people from attacking him. Okay, so, he's fighting you. You're the bad guy in this game. You're the bad guy, because his blue blast is at you, and there's someone behind him, and he also has a blue blast thing, and he's fighting a monster. So you're a monster. You're a winged dragon monster, and he don't like them. So he's gonna kill them with his partner, possibly romantic partner. I don't know how progressive this game is. What else? Let's see what we have here. Oh, he has a red bandana, so you know he's badass. So he's probably like real gruff. Like, I'm not gonna follow the rules and take that. That's what that guy's like. And I'm sure his partner's like that too, because he wouldn't be partnered up with some wussy person. Unless this is one of those like odd pairings. In which case, maybe that guy is a wuss. Or maybe plot twist, maybe Orphan's the bad guy, you know? And he's just out here exterminating the people, and they're like, hey, don't do that. And this game is kind of like, what's that one game called? You know what I'm talking about. The one where you're like playing as the ring guy, and it turns out that you were the bad guy. Yeah, that's specific. Anyway, just like that. That's his game. So if you guys want a game that's subversive and goes against your expectations, then click on Orphan. Click on Orphan and play that game. Moving right along to Retro Game 2 Challenge. No, Retro Game Challenge 2 from the Nintendo DS. Alright, so clearly this game is about old games, old retro games, but this guy, this king, he's the king of games. He is the Yu-Gi-Oh! You can tell because he has a controller on his head. Well, part of a controller. And he's laughing at you because you suck. You suck so much that they had to make another game to see if you got any better. And they're laughing because you guys are dumb for buying this game. Because he's like, hey guys, you can't beat it. I'm laughing at you. Give me your money. I'm with Nintendo. And you're doing it because it's Nintendo and you always give him money. He looks kind of like, what's his name? Who cares? He looks like a rich businessman from Nintendo who's like, give me all your money. And also, it's giving me a One Piece vibe, so maybe possibly the challenge is to find One Piece in this retro game. And if you do that, you'll be king of the pirates, or king of Nintendo, or king of retro games. So if you're looking for a challenge that's not too modern, play Retro Game Challenge 2, not Challenge 1. Challenge 1 was too hard. So you're playing Challenge 2, and you'll be the toast of the town. This is going super well. Okay, this one is Deadhead Fred. It looks like a brain in a vat of some sort of liquid, wearing some sort of breathing device, breathing apparatus, and there's a bunch of people behind them. So maybe it's like a noir detective story. It's rated M for mature. Maybe it's like a detective story, and you're Deadhead Fred, but you weren't always Deadhead Fred. You were regular head Fred, and then someone killed just your head. Someone killed just your head, and that's your body. And you're out to find out who killed your head. And the guys behind you are killers sent to keep killing you the rest of your body, because they were trying to kill you before, and for some reason the job didn't get finished, so only your head died, and they don't get their full contract money until you die. So now you have to find out why there's a hit on the rest of your body, why there was a hit on you to begin with, and evade capture / murder by these guys behind them. Especially the guy with the hat. The guy with the hat's dangerous. I mean, come on, he's so like, ooh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Fred, and you're gonna just be dead, Fred. No more head. That's the guy's catchline. Dead Fred, no more head. Neopets. Neopets, the darkest fairy. So right at the bat, race relations is what I'm getting at. You have this dark cat lady with a blue wand that kind of looks like a small sword, and you have this light-skinned, angry looking fox cat wolf thing with yellow eyes. And if you look at the sword that he's holding, it's another dark-skinned woman. So I'm thinking is he's trying to date the daughter, right? That's the mom's like, no light-skinned fox dog creature is gonna date my daughter. And he's like, I'll fight for her. I'll kill you for her. And she's like, hurry up, because these flying, what the fuck are those, pigs? Pig wombats? I don't know. Those flying things are like also not okay with interracial thingies happening, and they're on the warpath. And there's this big dude in the back, or that's a castle. Is that a guy in front of the castle? I don't know. I can't see. And the guy in the castle, we're gonna just say it's the big guy in the castle. He's like, the beneficiary of all this. He's like, yeah, I want this to happen. This is good. I need you guys to be divided. Don't look at the rated E10 for everyone. It's misleading. This has very deep and very rich storytelling, and it is really contemporary, I think. So if you really want to play a game that's just not afraid to look our society in the eye and talk about the huge racial divide in this country, I would suggest you play The Darkest Fairy from Neopets. This one is an old school game called Medieval, and your job is as you're a warrior skeleton who has been resurrected. Dark Souls thought they're original, but they're not. Who has been resurrected to fight this evil lightning in the background. The lightning's been causing lots of power outages, and that's why everyone's in the medieval times, because lightning's been so bad no electronics can work because it just knocks out the power lines, and they haven't developed to stop power lines from being knocked out. So it's like, hey, warrior guy, you're the guy who's gonna be fixing this for us. And he's like, okay, because he used to be an electrician, and they all died out in the plague, and so he's alive. But before he can get to the mountain, he's gonna have to walk that long path and go into the woods and find the princess who's sleeping there, and together they're gonna create a power plant, and it's gonna harness the power of electricity to be safer. You thought they'd had that before because they had technology, but they didn't. And that was their biggest mistake. Okay, Second Sight. Boom, this game easy. It's from Free Radical and Codemasters. It's a game about looking at things twice. It's a real simple game. It's kind of one of those like easy games you play when you're on a plane or you're just waiting for someone to kill the time, a quick little 20-minute game. It's just, you look at something and then you look at it again and you have to spot the difference. It's the spot the difference games. Like, see this picture, he has a gun in his hand, but then the next time we look at it, maybe that gun is a flower. Or maybe there's no gun at all. You don't know. But there's only a couple of levels though. It's only a couple levels. So don't get too excited about this. But again, if you have some time to waste, do that. Even in the title, see, it's the Second Sight, and it's like, ooh, one's white and then one's slightly red. And that's different, because you have to look at it twice to really understand what's happening. I like puzzle games like that. So if you like puzzle games, man, go get Second Sight. That's up your alley. And then we have the last one. It's called Obscure, an Xbox game, rated mature. Now this game, oh man, what can I tell you about this game? It's about that man, alien face with the hands face. He is shunned from society. He's shunned from society because he's the last of his kind, and none of them exist anymore because he's the last one, and he's so obscure that they can't even find a good picture of him, which is not good because it's senior photo day at the local high school, and oh boy, he's not going to be able to get in the yearbook if they can't find a good photo of him. So this becomes a journey of self-discovery, and also about friendship and family and what it means to belong. And it's just a really, really powerful game. And I'm getting emotional here, I'm sorry. I just feel like everyone who's ever felt like an outcast who's ever felt like they don't belong, this is the game for you. This is the game you need to be playing. It's a good game. The ending is amazing. It's called Obscure, but it's really obscure. You get it? Because the cure for obscurity is observation, because he wants to be seen. And once he's seen, he's complete. All right, that's the end. I don't know what this was. I'm so sorry.